Hey guys, just in case you're wondering, we're not lepers anymore. We're orange again today. So we're back down to 24.8.
Are we?
That junior high is actually going to play tomorrow now. Royal Springs called them, and I don't know how we're going to pull the game off because nobody's prepared to do anything. You think it'll be all right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil.
You're about 10 up and down.
And what do we need?
5 to 7. He loves it. So you probably got about 30%.
With less in. I know. Is it?
Hey, let me run down here real quick. I'll be right back.
See, I'm worried about my. That's what's wrong. There we go. All right, we're good. So I'm not going to need this. I can get that wire out of the way. Pray that the wireless holds up. Absolutely. Pray about that.
They said a lot of that was due to UK students having so high.
They said about 30 to 40% of it is UK students. But did you see the governor's comment?
No.
He said UK students may prevent Fayette County students from going back to school.
No.
What kind of sense does that make? It's just like down here.
He made in 8 months.
Well, it's just like Whitley County. They're having troubles, but it's because of Cumberland students.
Yeah.
Anybody that has a college, a prison, or a large, senior care facility population is going to have issues.
Espel County got it the other day because they had 28 positives in their nursing home.
Ryan Prophet was in from BSN. He said Clay County's struggling because they have a big prison population. Well, they're by definition sequestered. They're in prison. But who are they? Make sure they'll get as soon as they messages now. So Manny Clark said he's recommending they suspend sports. No. And they're going to vote on that's why they're working. We're supposed to play one.
It don't work because it ain't plugged in.
I'll tell you that.
So y'all had Somerset last week? Was that your first game? That's our Frankfurt the week before that, but they canceled on us. Yeah. And of course, immediately scheduled with Shelby County. Franklin County shut down this week. One of my employees' sons. He got injured. He had to have emergency surgery. They tested, and then you go test with 100 kids on the team. It's just so many. They might all be false positives, or they might be someone else. Yeah. They might all be, and the majority of them are close to sleep. Yeah, I mean kid-wise. Now us, we can get on roll. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I can get all the way to the corner, almost corner. Exactly. You know anything about any of this wiring up here where I've got the microphone working, but I can't find the plug to go into my phone to do the amp. I think this might be it. Let me check this. Do you know anything about it though? If it's not. I think this might be it. Hold on. I'm going to test it. Thanks. I knew there was one somewhere.
I heard him up there talking. He seemed to be talking about a lot of
You're in the fucking red.
So here's the deal. Last night when I went to bed, we had him up 4%. My employees were holding all night long. He get up and we're down 4. They got somebody in Bell County working tonight, up all night. So we went after it this morning. Because I didn't know. If we would have known, he could have voted as many times as you would.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There we go.
Didn't know that till yesterday.
There's the other one.
Look, and there's that thing.
Swear to God,
Did you run something?
I will take you to the roof and throw you off.
It's a skateboard. You have a hard time getting me up there. Where was that?
Shut up.
Hello.
Does he do that to you?
Yep.
I screwed up. Hey, where did you screw up at? Dude, I'm telling you, this time afternoon. It's not for a struggle. Like the struggle's real.
Coming through.
Sorry, sir. You got it?
We started playing that this year after they won their they graduated.
Alright, so I'm connected. That's connected.
That's good.
Power.
Alright, so let's
So I need to take the laptop. I need one connection to the laptop to come back here.
Let's move on. Let's put it right back here and we got everybody. I know we don't live here, but we can help. We can help.
Here, let me stop.
We cleaned up that upstairs. Coaches a lot up there now.
Is this yours? Here, plug this into the black box. I should not be sweating like this. Go ahead and bring your camera on.
It's all.
Man, you doing alright? I didn't realize I was having trouble. We're not. Just me being stupid. This is LCA versus...
Is it?
Yeah, they're over there. Sorry. Alright, so you're any connected. So you are now good. Evan, do you remember how to do this if I'm not back up?
This I don't know about. I know how to do it. Janie's not coming up here?
Are you okay to do it?
Okay, cool. Sound check. All right,
Evan's gonna run this. Run that. Is that acceptable?
It's okay with me.
I'm asking you.
This is important, bro.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So, all we're tracking is quarters. The biggest part. Please don't screw this up. This offense, defense, special teams. If we score and go to kick field goal, as you notice, 2-point play is off when it's on a kick. We have to go back up to offense.
Been in a deer stand,
And then-
like that's all they did, was they just put deer stands together.
Yeah, so here is the offense, and then
That's what we had.
So I press it, press start for every play.
yes. If so watch, I'm gonna hit record. I'm just recording. Quarter one, offense one. I would normally hit big, but I don't want to.
Check one, check two, check one.
Corporate sponsors.
My man Ron White, what up?
Big thing, seriously, it's quarter, start, stop.
All right, I'll try number 2 now, sir. Hold on.
I will be back up here before you start, just to answer any questions.
Checking mic 2. Checking mic 2. How we sound on number 2, sir? All right, my man. We didn't have any drops last week with the Lucy, did we? I know the week before in Louisville that the cell phone dropped, but did the Lucy ever drop any? I didn't remember, but sometimes. Larry Fitzgerald. How about your Raiders, my man? 2-0.
I'm on football to go on so bad if I have to wear a mask.
The Raiders. Yep, I was really rooting for you when you guys drafted my guy Lynn Bowden, and then you fired him and got rid of him. So still going to give the Raiders a little bit of love because that's your team, my man. So glad they got that one. Of course, got the tough one with the Patriots coming up. I hope they smack the Patriots.
So you're only doing the hybrid where it's 2 days a week and
4 days a week. We're trying to cram it all in, do some online or NTI kind of stuff.
right. That makes sense. All right, well, thank you, sir. Greg, are you all set up, sir?
Yes, sir. We're good, man. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dallas, I'm still kind of. I mean, we obviously ought to be able to score some points, but we'll see, man. I'm not buying stock on them yet, man. So we'll see. The Cowboys and Raiders, do they play this year? I hadn't even looked at the whole schedule. I'm embarrassed to tell you. Y'all love me some Dak Prescott now. The Raiders and Cowboys play this year, do you know? Well, let's do a Super Bowl. Raiders and the Cowboys, boy. AFC, NFC, baby. That's true, my man. One at a time. You got to umpire any baseball games tomorrow, or?
So, I just want to make sure that
Everything in the washroom. Get some Dominican bug.
you can't get rid of it. Waiver.
I don't know.
If you go to the Ryherd's website, ryherds.com, you go to the roster, I just learned this by accident. You go to that and cut and paste it. Just click on the upper left, drag it down. You can paste it into a spreadsheet. It'll drop right into an Excel spreadsheet. Then you go down that first list, that first number, or the first column. Click sort, sort. Number. Wow.
Look, you just did that and one fell off on your shirt.
Oh my God, it really did. That's what I gotta have too. Number. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. They're probably the best stats. So focused.
Which UPS store are you working at, my man? Okay. I know the dude that owns, I don't know the guy that owns that one, or lady, whoever owns that one. I know the guy, obviously you've heard the commercials, and Hamburg, Zandel, and Nicholasville, Kentucky, and Tate's Creek, but didn't know about the Richmond Road. Well, good for you, man. Cool.
Good evening, Big Orange Nation. Welcome to Ralph Pruitt Finley Legion Field, Rose Stanfield Stadium, for tonight's KHSAA football matchup between the visiting Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy and your Williamsburg Yellow Jackets. We're happy to be here to see some high school football. Let us hear ya. As you enjoy tonight's game, we ask that you continue to use good social distancing practices, and please do not sit in rows that have been restricted. We also ask that you wear a mask or face covering at all times unless you're eating or drinking. And remember, fans, Williamsburg Independent School is a smoke-free, tobacco-free, vape-free campus. Tobacco products, vapes, and e-cigs are not to be used on school property. You may exit to the sidewalk. The Kentucky High School Athletic Association requires officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics emphasize positive values.
Yes.
All parties have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that officials expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct.
Will they let you start running the commercials, Ron? Like, I guess we got 4 minutes worth of commercials, if I'm not mistaken. Can we run those like at 7:21 or something?
And have a great contest. Your Southeast Kentucky Football Officials Association officials for tonight's game are referee Darrell Wilson, umpire.
Awesome, dude. That'd be great, man. That's perfect, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Line judge Chris Simpson, back judge Cobra Hoggs, field judge David Blease, and your side judge Wes Bishop. The Williamsburg High School varsity cheerleaders would like to thank their corporate sponsors for this year: Wyndham Drug, Jim Foley, Melissa Jones, Russell and Sue Strunk, Maiden Drug, Lovett Studios, Darrell and Pam Monholland, D&D Auto Repair, and Energy Associates. Get out there and support these fine sponsors, and tell them the Jacket Cheerleaders sent you. The Williamsburg High School varsity cheerleading squad for this year are the senior, Jamie Moses, the juniors, Kelsey Monholland, Jasmine Strickland, and Madison Taylor, sophomores, Alexis Lockard, Brianna Raines and Morgan Raines, your freshmen, Ryan Fields, and 8th graders, Casey Jones, Emma Metters, Kylie Monholland, Amber Raines, and Heidi Wiles. They're coached by head coach Christina Huddleston and assistant coach Karen Fields. Give us a hand for your Williamsburg High School varsity cheerleading squad.
Hey Greg, when do we go on with you?
7:25.
7:25?
Whatever you want.
No, I just.
You go on whatever you want, man.
I don't.
Bring the teams back up.
Didn't know what time they were going to do national anthem. Good evening. Welcome to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football. I'm Greg Horn, the voice of the Eagles, and we've got a beautiful night for high school football as the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles 2-0, coming off a big win last week on the road, just across the town there on the road. I say that tongue-in-cheek, at Lexington Catholic, but what a huge win as the Eagles beat their big rival for the third time in 4 years, and what a game it was as the Eagles, down 20-7 with 6 minutes left in the game, won 23-20 on a 37-yard field goal by Andrew Dobbs, and just what a great high school game. I've been doing the Eagles games now for 6 years, and that game ranks right up there with one of the best wins that I've seen. And just this Eagles team, my goodness, they started out on the road at Louisville DeSales and got a big win there, 24-20, but we're getting ready to have our national anthem, so we're going to take a 1-minute break and send it back to the station. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM.
Standing for a moment of silence. Over the past months, Williamsburg Independent suffered the passing of 3 members of our Yellow Jacket family. Former principal Jack Foley, retired choir teacher Doris Allison Triplett, and current elementary dean Joanna Mayhem Middleton. All 3 left an indelible mark on Williamsburg Independent schools, their fellow faculty and staff members, and most of all, on their students. They were the true embodiment of, was, am, always a Jacket. Also, the 13th region was shocked last weekend at the untimely death of North Laurel High School football player Cole Robinson, who died as a result of an ATV accident. Cole wore number 26 for the Jaguar varsity team, so in his memory, we will now observe a 26-second moment of silence. Thank you.
Welcome back to Williamsburg, Kentucky. I'm Greg Horn alongside Terry Johnson. We've got a beautiful night for high school football as the Eagles, rank number 2 in Class 2A, take on Williamsburg. They are 0-1 after playing Somerset, but they are ranked number 8 in Class 1A, and the Eagles with 2 big wins on the road, playing a really tough schedule, playing at the road Louisville DeSales, one of the top 5 teams in Class 3A, getting the 24-20 win, and then last week on the road at Lexington Catholic, playing the big rival just across the street, I like to say affectionately, Terry, Lexington Catholic, and what a great high school football game as the Eagles went on the last play on the game on a field goal by Andrew Dobbs.
Yeah, Dobbs had an awesome weekend. Won in soccer against Catholic the night before, won 2 soccer games the rest of the weekend, and then kicking that kick. But yeah, I mean, you don't find 2 better high school football games than last year, Catholic at LCA, and then last week. Just a great rivalry, and so thankful the Eagles came out on top in both.
Yep, the Eagles are 2-0, and tonight on the road again at Williamsburg. And Williamsburg, like I said, Class 1A, but they played Somerset last week. They used to having success. They went 10-4 last year, made it into the semifinals of the regional, where they lost a tough one to Paintsville in the playoffs. So they've got a lot of talent on that team. They did lose a lot of their starters off of last year's team, but as always, Williamsburg, a very formidable opponent. But LCA just wants to keep building off of this winning momentum they've got. 24-20 at DeSales, 23-20 at Lexington Catholic. And one of the things, Terry, we're used to, LCA scoring a lot of points, but obviously no summer 7-on-7, not getting hardly any preseason practice, no scrimmage games, but the defense has really come through so far for LCA.
It really has. It's been a little bit different style, as you've said, but the defense has risen to the challenge, and the offense, I think, is also a product of the opponents that you're playing that are two very talented defensive teams. So hopefully we'll take on and have a good performance tonight against a very tough Williamsburg program that's been very, very highly competitive at the state level in 1A and expects to be again this year.
Well, LCA is going to be receiving the kickoff. Back for LCA is Will Vernon and Cheney, but they try an onside kick, and it may be Williamsburg that recovers it. Starting off, looks like LCA did get it, though, on top of it. Thomas White, the senior, comes up with that ball. But Williamsburg rolling the dice early on.
Save the day. As I'm running the camera, they caught me fall asleep because I was ready to just track the ball like normal. I think LCA was, too, and lucky to get that one back as Williamsburg shows that, hey, we're here to play, and it's going to be a dogfight,
All right, well, LCA will start off 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line, so great field position. Last week, obviously, Drew Nevis and Xavier Brown both had outstanding games. See if they can build off of that. Nevis on the quarterback keeper. He goes to the left. He's over midfield, 45. He's going to be all the way down to about the 40-yard line where he's brought down. But one of the things that makes Drew Nevis such an outstanding quarterback, he obviously throws the ball great, completing 63% of his passes already. But Terry, he also can run.
Yeah, he can, and they're already up to the line of scrimmage.
Little bubble screen, little flare out to Xavier Brown. He jukes a couple of guys, cutting back midfield. He's got a hole in the middle. If he can get to the left side, he may be able to get to the house. He's cutting back again. He's at the 20, down to the 10. About the 14-yard line for he's knocked out of bounds. But Xavier Brown building off what has been an outstanding start, Terry, to this junior season for Xavier Brown.
Picked up another offer this week from Boston College, and so that makes Boston College and Maryland two of his offers, and you can see why. When he gets the ball in space, he's just really, really tough. And the Eagles testing out the line right now, seeing what they can do and what kind of push they can get.
Pistol formation is usual for LCA. Nevis, he's got Selby behind him, lone running back. He hands it off to Selby. He tries to break off right side, but he is tripped up in the backfield by Hunter Thomas, a freshman for Williamsburg. So nice open field tackle there by him. So not going to be any gain.
Yeah, and for Williamsburg, you're gonna hear a lot of young people. They lost 21 seniors from last year's team, and have 12 seniors this year, but 21 seniors off a 10-3 team that lost in the third round to Paintsville by 2, and a familiar foe for LCA. So this is a young Williamsburg squad.
2nd down and 10 from the 14. Nevis looking to pass. Pass just a little bit high. It'll be incomplete, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for LCA. One of the things Coach Doug Charles was talking to him earlier this week, wants to try to spread the ball around. Obviously, teams are going to try to key on Xavier Brown, but the good news is, Terry, lots of options for the Eagles to throw the ball to.
A lot of options, and Drew really has kind of a luxury of riches here with the amount of weapons the Eagles have. Williamsburg sniffed that out really well, though.
It'll be 3rd down and 13 from the 14-yard of Williamsburg. Opening drive of this game. Thanks for joining us on WJMM and PrepSpin.com or the Lexington Christian County Athletics Facebook page. Nevis tries to hit Xavier Brown there on a little slam, but goes off his hands, incomplete, so that's going to make it 4th down. One of the strengths for LCA is the kicker, Andrew Dobbs. We were talking about him a little bit earlier. Obviously a great football player, but also a great soccer player, Terry.
He has had a nice goal last night's All-A sectional win against Somerset, a left-footed kick, bend it around and put it in last night. Let's see if he can put it through the uprights here.
Andrew Dobbs set the kick for the Eagles.
That was a 3-0 win over Somerset, so the boys soccer team will be heading to Frankfort tomorrow for the All-A state championship.
Dobbs lining up. Mason Moore will be on the hole. Clock stops here at 9:58 in the opening quarter. Dobbs, a good snap. The kick is up. and it is good. Andrew Dobbs doing a great job, 3 for 3 on field goals this year. Nothing bigger than that one last week for the game winner against Lexington Catholic. And the big thing was he had to bounce back because I had an extra point that was blocked, which not Andrew Dobbs' fault, but still just mentally, the mental part. Then, of course, you get into the mental game of teams calling timeouts to try to ice the kicker. But Andrew Dobbs, the junior, he came through. And, man, and not only did he make it, I think that he could have kicked it 10 more yards. They had a lot of.
Yeah, he really put a boot into that. And I told you on the way down what Coach Charles told me. He called the first time out last week, and one of the players came over. I won't name him because I don't know if Doug got on him, but he I don't think he did. But he came over and said, "Coach, what are you doing? You icing our own kicker?" And Coach Charles said, "No, I just want to make sure everybody's blocked." and he said when Andrew came over to the sidelines, he felt about 95% sure that ball was going to go through because Andrew's head was just in the right place and excited about it and not fearful at all. So turned out the Eagles' way. But you know what? That doesn't mean anything tonight.
That's right.
You got to play the game that you're playing right now and leave last week in the rearview mirror.
Well, Dobbs, he can kick it a mile, and so we'll see what he does here. And he gets a good boot on this one. It's going to go deep. In fact, it's going to bounce at the 2-yard line, go into end zone, so that'll be a touchback. So this LCA defense doing a great job this year. Marty Moore and Joe LeBrick, the co-defensive coordinators, and everything kind of starting on that defensive end with senior leadership. Matty LeBrick, over 100 tackles last year. He's leading the team this year in tackles again, and 21 tackles already in just 2 games, over 10 tackles a game. And Matty LeBrick, he's got several college scholarship offers too, Terry.
He really does, and he's really transformed his body. He's got some options on what he wants to do next year, but he's really been an amazing senior for us so far through 2 games.
Sidney Bowen, the sophomore quarterback, leading off passer as quarterback, also the leading rusher. He rolls out, tries to pass out to the right side, but pass is going to be a little bit high. He was trying to hit Marty Gilly on that pass, but incomplete, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Williamsburg. 70% pass, 30% run, so we expect to see a lot of plays like that tonight. The LCA, they've been bringing the heat a lot this year, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And I think you can see that continue tonight because, as mentioned, we have a lot of inexperienced people that haven't been in the position they're in for Williamsburg tonight, and test them early and see. The quarterback last year led the team in kind of everything, and he's gone now, and so.
Great pressure by Tyler Moore, so Bowen has to run it out, and who else but LeBrick comes up to make the tackle. He gets it up to about the 21-yard line, only going to have a gain about a 1.
Well, and I'll tell you what, somebody who's not getting as much pub, and they don't generally because of the position, is nose tackle, and Anthony Johns. He is blowing up lines, and they're having to double-team him, which leaves some pathways open for the other linemen. And Dorian Riddick's doing really well, Gabe Byrne. But Anthony Johns, those slobber knockers there up front don't always go get the love, but he's doing a great job of clogging that middle up.
Yeah, those guys on the line are doing a phenomenal job, so it's going to make it 3rd down and 9 for Williamsburg from their own 21-yard line, their first offensive possession of the game. They try to pass it out, but that's going to be incomplete. Good pressure, Riddick getting in there.
Well, and you talked about the quarterback.
Sidney Bowen.
Dalton Ponder last year had 37 yards passing and 48 TDs. He also ran for 13 and 593. He was their leading rusher. So they're really trying to replace a lot. And Bowen, who's the quarterback now, only got to throw 24 passes last year, threw 2 TDs. But this is really his 2nd game under center as the quarterback. So you'd expect a little bit of growing pains from him here early on.
Gavin Thomas back to punt the ball. He gets it up. It's going to hit about the 48-yard line of Williamsburg. Takes a nice Williamsburg roll. Wow, it's going to go a lot further than I thought. I thought it was going to go out of bounds about the 46, but takes a nice roll. So 42-yard line, but LCA will have outstanding field position for their 2nd offensive possession. If you just tuned in, you're listening on radio, WJMM.com or 99.1 FM. It is 3-0 LCA on the road at Williamsburg. 8:54 left in the first quarter. I'm Greg Horn, joined by Terry Johnson. Thanks for joining us on PrepSpin.com and on Facebook at Lexington Christian Academy Athletics. Lots of options to watch the Eagles this year, but Nevis, the outstanding junior quarterback, got his team ready to go. Morris goes in motion and gives him a handoff on the end around. He's going to have a big time. He may take this one to the house. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, one man to beat. He cuts back in. It's going to be touchdown. Tyler Morris takes it 58 yards to the house. And you're talking about a guy that's worked hard in the offseason. He's added a lot of weight, but a 4.6 40. So anytime he touches the ball, Terry, he could be dangerous too.
Yeah, and he's been mainly used on defensively. Haven't seen him on the offensive side of the ball as much as I'm sure we will in future games. But boy, he took that around the corner, had the edge, and was off to the races. And you're right, he's transformed his body too.
Makes it 9-0 LCA. Andrew Dobbs on for the extra point. Mason Moore will be the holder. Snap is down. Kick is up. It is good. And they have to replace that football. But
yeah, this is just a wonderful stadium. This is one of those traditional stadiums that you remember. It's right in the middle of a residential neighborhood. You've got, I think you can see the American flag hanging there. The fire department brought it, hangs it from the end zone, and it's literally when you kick it past over any kind of depth at all on that field goal on that side, it lands in a lady's front yard, and they've set up camp on the front lawn. Her family, they sit out and watch it. It's a really wonderful atmosphere here in Williamsburg.
It is a beautiful night.
Also the home of the University of the Cumberlands.
Exactly. Yeah, we saw they've got a great football field. We saw on the way in here. I want to thank Asbury University for being a sponsor of Lexington Christian Academy High School football. They've got lots of great programs for young people looking for a four-year institution, but maybe you're a non-traditional student, you want to go back to school, maybe get a different major or finish your degree. I want to encourage you to check out all they have to offer at asbury.edu. That's asbury.edu.
I also want to say something on the video stream side, and we appreciate the partnership with WJMM and Asbury and all the advertisers on the radio. Also have IPM Pest Management Control has come on as a streaming sponsor, and we're just so proud and pleased of all the sponsors that sponsor the radio broadcast, the video cast. We just appreciate all of it.
Absolutely. Dobbs, the kick is up. This one, maybe it is fielded at the 2-yard line. He's up to the 10, trying to get around the corner there, and he is at the 20, 25, or he is knocked out of bounds. I believe Mason Moore knocked out Gavin Thomas.
Very good job by Gavin Thomas. He read that right, and Gavin is also, I believe, their leading returning receiver. I'm sorry, I'll get that out in a minute. Had almost 1,200 yards receiving and 16 TDs receiving last season. So you'll be hearing Gavin Thomas's name a lot tonight, number 2.
I believe that might have been, I apologize, Parker Cheney with the tackle number 6, not 16. So it's going to be first down and 10 for Williamsburg from their own 27-yard line. Bowen takes it, but he hands it off, and he runs right up the middle. Not much happening there as Matty LeBrick, always around the ball, makes the tackle there. So short gain for Marty Gilly.
Yeah, Matty leading the team in tackles, I think you already mentioned, but has 21 total tackles and is leading the team. So really showing that senior leadership. And like you said, I think LCA can count on their defense this year, which maybe hasn't always been the case in the past.
Yeah, they've definitely got a strong defense this year. Second down and 9 for Williamsburg from their own 28. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Pass intended to Gavin Thomas, and we expect to see that a lot, but not able to connect. Make it incomplete. Stops the clock at 7:59. If you just tuned in on the radio, LCA leading 10-0. They've scored on both possessions, a field goal on the opening possession, and then a 58-yard run by Tyler Morris. Been calling his number a lot on defense, but offensively trying to give some other guys some touches. Obviously, we know Xavier Brown and Drew Nevis, but lots of explosive talent there on LCA. Bowen waiting on the snap. He's got it. He rolls out to his right. Tries to pass it out to the side there, but it's going to be incomplete. A little bit low. Was intended for Chase Potter, but LCA had good coverage there, so that's going to make it 4th down and 9, and Williamsburg going to have to punt again. But
yeah, and it's a shame. I think with the youth that Williamsburg has, they've got some talent, but when you miss a pass, miss a throw and catch like they did on second down, where they would have had a first down and he had a lot of daylight and room, it just weren't able to make the connection. It's hard to come back from that, especially when you're down 10-0 early.
Punt is up. Another nice punt. Will Vernon back, and he started to get it to kind of a weird bounce, so he did the wise thing as a senior and got away from it. So Williamsburg's going to down it at their 31-yard line of LCA. So LCA will have their 3rd offensive possession. Will Vernon, the senior, he's been getting lots of contact from lots of colleges, and that's one of the things I know as an athletic director, Terry, you got to be proud of a lot of kids and a lot of sports getting opportunities to participate in college athletics.
Yeah, we've had about 18 to 20% of our senior student athletes during my time there go on to play collegiate sports somewhere, and we're going to have several football players have that opportunity this year, and that's really exciting for them and for us.
Nevis takes a snap, delayed handoff to Xavier Brown. He's cutting to the left, he cuts up the middle, and he's wrapped up. It's going to be brought down about the 46-yard line there. Xavier Brown, the leading rusher and receiver. Last week, just a phenomenal game against Lexington Catholic. Xavier, 20 carries this year, 92 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown, 17 pass receptions for 327 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Power 5 offers coming from schools. And he's just a junior, so best yet to come for this young man. Nevis takes a snap. He fakes the right. He set up a bubble screen to the left side. Will Vernon's got it. He's looking to try to get down the left corner of the sideline. He's going to have to run out of bounds about the 32-yard line, but we've seen that play called a lot over the last 3 years. Will Vernon does a great job, Terry.
Well, and when you have those weapons and you spread them out and you're creative on offense like Coach Watkins is, that opens up things like that. And we've got a lot of people on LCA that if you open them up in space, they can do something, and Will Vernon's certainly one of them.
1st and 10 from the Eagles from the 36-yard line of Williamsburg. 6:57 left in the first quarter. Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg, leading 10-0. Got a whistle and a flag here. Our first dirty laundry of the night.
False start, it looks like, or illegal shift or something like that.
So it's going to move LCA back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15.
False start on the offense.
Yeah, you mentioned that Will Vernon does have a number of offers and several offers. I was just talking to him about it this week, and so much so I think he's his head's spinning a little bit right now. He doesn't know exactly what he wants to do, so I'm sure he'll sort that out, he and his family.
Nevis pistol formation, takes it, hands it off to Selby. He's trying to get off the right side. He's got a nice little hole, breaks one, open arm tackle. He's at the 20 and gets wrapped up. He's going to be tackled about the 15-yard line, but Jeff Selby, the junior, man, he's been working hard in that weight room too. You can tell he's really filled out a lot since last year. So LCA gets a first down, moves it down all the way to the 15-yard line of Williamsburg, 1st and 10. Eagles, that no-huddle offense, are ready to go. They got 3 wide receivers up top. Xavier Brown to the right by himself up top. They might try to go one-on-one to him. Fakes a handoff to Selby. Pass is complete. And Elijah Hammond takes it in. Should be a touchdown. It is. Touchdown to LCA. Elijah Hammond with the 15-yard touchdown pass reception from Drew Nevis. And we've been talking about LCA, so many different weapons. Tyler Morris has got a touchdown. Will Vernon got a touch a while ago. And now Elijah Hammond with the reception. So lots of Eagles touching the ball. LCA 16-0 already. 6:22 still left in the first quarter. Mason Moore will be holding for the 3rd time for an extra, well, actually the first one was a field goal, but Dobbs is up, extra point is up, and it is good again. So 3 for 3 on any kick attempts tonight for Mr. Dobbs. So it makes it 17-0 the Eagles. And Terry, when you go on the road, you want to get off to a good start because you don't want a team that's at home to feel like they get a little confidence, a little momentum. And I know that was one of Coach Charles' desires, to get off to a good start tonight.
Yeah, especially when you come on the road. In Williamsburg, people really have to understand this is a winning tradition here. This is a winning program. This is a program that's been very competitive at the state level, and so they may have a lot of youth this year, but they are used to it. So if you give that opportunity in the early goings and you don't, he was worried about execution and a hangover, so to speak, from last week's game being so emotional and so exciting, but dragging their feet back down onto the ground and realizing we got a whole rest of our season to finish. And so far, coming out like this, it's been really good. I think the line's gotten a good push, and they seem to be executing. There hasn't been a lot of mistakes, a couple of incomplete passes, but I think by and large, you're up 17-0 early. He has to be pleased, but I think beyond just the score, Coach Charles is probably very pleased right now with the execution.
There's no doubt about it, and those guys on the O-line doing such a great job. Anthony Johns, Neil Dickey, Luke Hall, Grant Vaught, Matthew Potter, Nathan Boggs. And
I know Dorian Riddick is also part of that rotation, and he's, the lines for LCA aren't just good, but there's depth.
Well, Dobbs ready to kick off again. Williamsburg giving him ultimate respect. A lot of times high school they'll stand at the 10-yard line, but they go all the way back to the goal line. But this one's...
He tried to kick that one short, I believe, and just lay it right there in that soft spot, but I think it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it did, so it's going to be 1st and 10, which would have been about the same as a touchback. Worked out well, the 20-yard line, so
yeah,
same difference.
I think that might actually come out to the 35 because it went out of bounds. That's a penalty on the kick. But it looked like he was trying to hit it in that soft spot. They were playing deeper this time, like you said, not up on the 10. I think they tried to hit it there, maybe catch him off guard, but the ball went out of bounds, and Williamsburg played it well. So
Williamsburg will have it for their 3rd offensive possession. They've been 3 and out the first 2 times they have it, but see what they can do is Bowen, the quarterback. He looks past, tries to throw it out to his receiver there, but just unfortunately not able to connect, trying to hit Jaden Rainwater, a junior. So it's been a tough start so far for Williamsburg.
Yeah, and right there you can see it's just a little bit off. And Williamsburg has only played 1 game, and it was against Somerset, who obviously we all know is very, very tough. They had a tough score there, but you can tell it's going to take them a little bit of time. But I think the quarterback, Bowen, is showing some poise. He's just having to throw it a second or a half second sooner than he wants to because of the pressure he's seeing in his face. So if LCA can keep up that pressure, I think they're going to keep seeing throws just a little bit off the mark.
2nd down and 10 from Williamsburg from their own 35-yard line. 6:19 left in the first quarter. This time they try to run the ball up the middle, and not much happening there as LeBrick and also Selby getting up from the bottom of that pile. So going to be a gain of 1, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 9 for Williamsburg. Lexington Christian Academy leading 17-0. I want to thank everybody joining us on the radio, 99.1 FM, WJMM.com, PrepSpin.com. You can watch it, or on Lexington Christian Academy Athletics Facebook page. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Multimedia platforms, our multimedia rights package, right?
That's exactly right. Lots of options to watch the Eagles this year. Clock moving, 5:39. Bowen takes it, he rolls out. This time pass is complete, gets it to about 38-yard line. Nice catch here by Jaden Rainwater, and gets it up to about the 47-yard line, and going to look like he may have enough for a 1st down. He just barely got it by about half a yard, but nice pass and a really strong catch there by Jaden Rainwater, the junior, so that'll make 1st and 10 for Williamsburg, their first down of the night, and the home crowd likes that, Terry.
Yeah, and that was a nicely designed play, and they've had a few receivers open, just kind of missed them, and so they start connecting. This, I mean, it can be a little bit of fool's gold when you get up so quickly, and especially against, that's where this winning tradition at Williamsburg comes in. They don't expect to lose here. They expect to win, and so they're not going to be giving up.
Fakes the handoff, looking to pass again. Pass is complete. Hits his leading wide receiver, Gavin Thomas. He's going to be at the 40-yard line of LCA, and that's going to be another 1st down. So now Williamsburg starts getting a little bit of an offensive flow there. And
yeah, for our listeners on the radio, that was a back shoulder throw and really good communication between Bowen and Thomas. And it was really well executed. Another 1st down, and see if the Eagles are up to the task to stop this drive.
Clock moving, 5:11 in the first quarter. Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg. Eagles leading 17-0. It's Williamsburg's 3rd offensive possession. Bowen takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right. He's looking to pass, but he's going to keep it. And he can really run the ball. He's all the way up to about the 34-yard line of LCA, where he's brought down by Riddick, and so that's going to be another 3rd down. So 3 1st downs in a row for Williamsburg.
He reminds me a little bit as he ran that ball and the way he reacted to the hole, I believe his name was Scoggins, the quarterback at DeSales.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The way he did the RPO when they didn't give it to Johnson, but they run a very similar type of a read there, and he did a nice job of finding the hole and being patient.
1st and 10 for Williamsburg from the 30-yard line of LCA. Bowen looking to pass. He's getting pressure, so he tries to run it, but LCA does a good job of not letting him escape. Selby tackles him, trips him up, so he's going to be down about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he may have lost a yard there. Makes it 3rd and 2, I believe. I don't know. Maybe he just got back to the line of scrimmage. You may be right. I think it's 3rd and 1.
See what the LCA defense can do here. They've been playing outstanding this year. Defensive coordinators, co-coordinators, Marty Moore and Joe LeBrick dialing up the defense, see what they come up here with. Bowden takes the snap. He's getting a lot of pressure. Morris gets him. He's going to take him for a loss. So they bring the heat on that one, and Tyler Morris is doing a great job this year of bringing the heat. That's going to be a big loss. Going to put it all the way back to the 42-yard line of LCA, but we've seen Tyler Morris do that a lot already in the first 2 games.
Yeah, he's a physical specimen, and he's got a really great acceleration ability, and he did so right into the quarterback and didn't give him Bowen a chance to get rid of that ball. So backs it up, makes it 4th and 12 now from the 42 of LCA. It looks like Williamsburg's going to take a timeout here. Talk this over, this 4th and 12 play.
Tyler Morris, that was his 5th tackle for a loss this year. He's also got 3 quarterback sacks, so Tyler Morris just having an outstanding year, and nobody's worked harder in the weight room than he has and taking care of his speed, his body, his health. Last year had some injuries, but this year he stayed healthy, and man, he's had a touchdown tonight and already had that big play, so I know the Eagles are expecting big things out of Tyler Morris this year.
Yeah, and he's delivering. And like I said earlier, he got a touch on offense. He's been injured a lot. He's had some tough luck and injuries. Even had a hamstring injury right before the DeSales game. So he's been a little bit hindered. I think he's finally 100%, and he really is an explosive athlete. And you're just maybe our viewers and listeners aren't maybe used to hearing his name in that regard, but they will be because as long as he stays healthy, he's going to make plays.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Speaking of injuries, a guy that could be doing a lot of things for both offense and defense and special teams, Frankie Knight, out with an injury, and man, he's a special talent.
Yeah, Frankie with a shoulder injury that's ended his season. We've got Evan Nevis up here in the booth with us, unfortunately doing some video stuff for the team instead of on the field because of an injury. Hopefully we can get him back in a few weeks.
4th and 12. Looks like that Williamsburg's going to go for it as Bowen, the quarterback, is out in pistol formation looking to pass. He's got the snap. He's got time. He's looking deep down the field, going to the left side, trying to hit Thomas, and good recovery there. And they're going to call pass interference on LCA, so that'll make it 1st down for Williamsburg.
I think that might. I'm not sure what the ruling is. That was in the end zone, I believe it was called. I don't know. The flag's there at the goal line. Let's see here. Pass interference against the Eagles, which is fairly obvious. Automatic 1st down, which is fairly obvious. I'll just see where they place the ball. Looks like it's going to be 15 yards, and I apologize. I should know the high school rule on that, but at higher levels of football, that could be placed at the 1 if it's in the end zone, but
that'll make it 1st down for Williamsburg at the LCA 27-yard line. Clock is at 3 minutes and 12 seconds left. Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg. The Eagles leading 17-0. This is the 3rd offensive possession for Williamsburg, and they were 3 and out the first 2 drives of this game, but moving the ball down the field with a little bit of success this series. Bowen, their quarterback, pistol formation. Thomas goes in motion. They hand it off to Thomas on the end around. He's trying to get around that corner, but LCA does a good job with defense pursuits. Selby's going to knock him out of bounds, but a nice gain by Thomas is
Most out of bounds on the far side.
it's going to be up to about the 20-yard line of LCA.
And Greg, I wanted to say, too, before we get too far into the broadcast, how much we appreciate you and Benson Gregory and the whole WJMM family for being the home of LCA football for so many years. Not many people have that kind of relationship, not many high schools, and we just appreciate WJMM and all of you, what you all do.
Well, it's our pleasure. We enjoy it. We want to thank Ron White, our producer, back in Studio 2, but it's been an honor and a pleasure to partner with LCA. Pass is complete. Down to about the 12-yard. It's going to be a 1st down for Williamsburg. Thomas, their leading receiver, man, he got the lumber laid to him, and he held on to that. And that young man's tough because Will Vernon definitely brought a nice hit to him.
Well, I'm guessing he's willing and able to do that. He put up 1,200 yards receiving last year. He's been through the rigors before, Thomas has. So LCA, time for them to bow up. It's 1st and 10 from the 12, and first defensive challenge for the Eagles tonight. So we'll see how they respond.
Clock moving, 2:15 left in the 1st quarter. So far it's been all LCA 17-0, but Williamsburg trying to see if they can get on the board. Bowen, their quarterback, pistol formation. Thomas, this time they fake the handoff. They run up the middle, but lots of Eagles right there. Good job, good penetration.
They're trying to, you can tell Williamsburg, the Yellow Jackets are trying to set up those short screens in space by keeping LCA honest with the run. And that, although that didn't get many yards, and actually it looks like it may have lost a half a yard, that does make LCA respect the run. And when they start flaring it out there on the sides like they have been successfully this drive, it makes them that much more effective.
Big Anthony Johns creating a lot of havoc last week against Catholic in with the stop on that one. This time, LCA brings the heat. Morris almost got his second sack, but good job by Bowen as he gets the pass off. Thomas completes it again. Xavier Brown there for the tackle, but it's going to be down to the 7-yard line of LCA.
And I apologize for our viewers. My angle is cut off into those corners, so I have to zoom back out to get more of the field. So for the viewers, that's why you're getting a little bit more distant view when it gets close to the end zone.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Williamsburg from the LCA 13-yard line. We're under 1 minute left here in the quarter, 52 seconds to be exact. The LCA leading 17-0 over the home team Williamsburg. Bowen, their sophomore quarterback, gets a snap. He's looking to try to throw it deep in the corner. Good coverage by Parker Cheney, the freshman. He was all over Rainwater, and that's going to make it incomplete. So that's going to be 4th down for Williamsburg.
Yeah, Parker Cheney, a freshman, forced into action. He's a great athlete, great future, but probably forced into action a little quicker than Coach Charles would have liked because of the injury to Frankie Knight. But Parker Cheney had an INT, and he forced the fumble on that key drive of Catholic last week. So he's growing up in a hurry, and I know he's nobody's prouder than his parents and Parker, but big play there, good coverage.
Yeah, young man's got a lot of talent, got an outstanding future, so good play by him. So 4th down and 6 for Williamsburg. Bowen rolls out to his right. LCA getting a lot of heat on him. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Great job there by LCA.
I believe that's Gabe Byrne.
Yep, Gabe Byrne.
I think we had he's 21 tonight. Yeah, he's been 55, but he changed up, and I know we also have a number. Josh Gooch, I believe, is 99 this week. I don't think he has been before, but that was Gabe Byrne on the stop there, number 21 tonight. So Eagles make the stop.
Good job there by the defense. They continue the shutout, so it's 17-0 LCA leading the home team Williamsburg. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nevis pistol formation on the end around. Will Vernon gets it. Good pursuit by Williamsburg. He avoided a couple of tackles, but he's going to be up to about the 17-yard line. Big game of about 4, make it 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. They run that no-huddle offense, so they're getting ready to roll again. This should be the last play of the first quarter. We'll send it back to the station for a 1-minute break to Ron White. Down to 10 seconds. May not get this off. Nevis waiting for the call from the sidelines. He's got it. He's ready to go. 5 seconds left in this quarter. Snap's gone. Gives a handoff to Selby. He goes up the middle and gets over to the 20 to about the 22-yard line. That's going to make it about 3rd and 2 for LCA. But that's going to end our first quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break, send it back to the station. Your score, Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg. The Eagles leading 17-0.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally, we are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich, because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
Welcome back to Williamsburg, Kentucky. Terry Johnson, Greg Horn with you here for Lexington Christian Academy High School football on the road at Williamsburg. First play of the second quarter. Eagles first down and 10. Selby got enough to get the first down on that last carry, so it'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 22-yard line. This time, Will Vernon on the end around. He cuts back up the middle and almost got through there, but looks like there's going to be some laundry, and usually in that area, Terry, that's holding.
Yeah, it is, and we haven't seen that called yet. We had such an issue at DeSales with a couple of drives where we had a little bit of tough time holding the opposition, but right there is the first one. But a lot of times when you get out, you're trying to get the edge and trying to set the edge for your runner. Sometimes you get grabbed and you get called for it. Looks like what happened there.
So that'll move it back, make it first and 20 from the 12-yard line of LCA. LCA leading 17-0 at Williamsburg, just starting the second quarter. With, I think, ABR Construction for being a sponsor of LCA football, locally owned and operated since 1980. To find out more about all they have to offer, check them out online at abrconstruction.com. Davis in pistol formation. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, trying to get it down the right side there, but pass is going to be incomplete. I believe that Chance McGahee was trying to get. I can't see his number. Actually, it's not Chance. I
couldn't tell whether it was Elijah Hammond
or... No, it was
or
Chance McGahee. I apologize.
Was it McGahee?
I had it right the first time. I just could not get the angle there. So it was Chance. Good to have him back on the football field this year.
Like that. Nice to have him on the football field and in the baseball field in the spring.
Absolutely outstanding baseball player too. This time they hand off up the middle there. Good job by the Williamsburg defense. Not much.
Yeah, when you put yourself in second and long, third and long, your options are really limited, and the defense knows that. And I think they, maybe tried to catch them there by surprise with the run, but Williamsburg wasn't having any of it. This game's kind of settled in. It's it was new, fresh, and try to catch up. Now it looks like both teams have kind of settled into the game. Fortunately for the Eagles, they scored 17 while they were settling in.
Morris on the handoff there, 8 and 9, kind of hard to see sometimes, but that was Morris on the run there. This time pass complete to Xavier Brown. He breaks one tackle. He's in midfield. He may take this to the house. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Nobody's going to get him on this one. Xavier Brown doing what he does. Touchdown, LCA. Xavier Brown takes it 82 yards to the house, and Matt Leo likes to talk about that yak, yards after the catch, and nobody does it much better than Xavier Brown, Terry.
Yeah. I mean, LCA certainly misses D. Smith, who's such a talented, the all-time leading receiver in school history, but Xavier has a lot of ability, and he's helping to fill that void in a big way, and you saw it right there. I almost couldn't keep up with my camera trying to follow him. He was running so fast. So
that makes it 23-0 LCA. 10:55 left till halftime. Extra point attempt on Mason Moore will be the holder. Snaps down. Dobbs' kick is up. It should be good, and it is. So that makes it 24-0. Lexington Christian Academy leading on the road at Williamsburg, and they got that pass there I believe it was about the 25-yard line when Xavier Brown caught it, and then he broke one tackle, and after that it was to the races, and nobody's going to catch him from behind.
Not many people in high school football are going to catch him. He got to that second line of defense, and once you break through that, he breaks tackles too. That's the thing. He runs in between the tackles when he needs to, and as a receiver, you just need to give him a little bit of a crease and a little bit of space and hit him, in stride. There's just not many people that are going to stop him, and Drew Nevis is settling into becoming the quarterback, on only his third game under center. But I think having played and gotten through those two really tough road tests at DeSales and Lexington Catholic have really helped him get a little more comfortable. And he's really throwing the ball well and finding the right receivers, making the right reads, and so far that's been a prescription for success.
Well, Xavier Brown, first game of the year, DeSales had a 54-yard touchdown pass. A lot of that was after the catch, yards after the catch. Lexington Catholic last week, 74 yards, 68 yards, and then he had the big one in the fourth quarter for 7 yards. So,
and there, for those viewing, I've got Logan Nevis, Drew's brother, on the camera, looking over his little brother's shoulder, and I'm sure he's having fun critiquing Drew after every game. I was talking to Logan before the game, and I said, "Hey, aren't you Drew Nevis's brother?" Drew plays quarterback for us. He goes, "Yeah, I got to get used to that." So I'm giving him a hard time about Drew and Evan both. So.
Yeah, Logan was outstanding quarterback. Been blessed with some really great quarterbacks here at LCA. Logan Nevis last couple years. Barnhart is tremendous. Jaden Barnhart this time is going to be fielded at about the 2-yard line. Thomas has got it. He's trying to get around the corner of 20, but not much there. LCA does a great job on the coverage. And I believe number 14, I got blocked out there in the corner myself. LCA got down in there. Josh Teorina. So good job by him. The sophomore getting in on special teams. And one of the things that Coach Charles really likes about this year's team, Terry's got a lot of depth, got 55 guys on this year's team, and that's one of the things I've noticed in my sixth year being the voice of the Eagles. The numbers just keep increasing for football.
They keep increasing, and Coach Charles and the staff, but Coach Charles deserves a lot of credit because the kids love him and they want to play for him, and success doesn't hurt anything either.
That's exactly right. Pass out complete. Oh, nice move there, but wrapped up by Elijah Hammond after the catch there to number 23, Javon Powell, a junior for Williamsburg, his first catch of the night. It's going to be at the 31-yard line. It's going to be second down, about 1 for Williamsburg.
Yeah, nice job. And I'm sure Williamsburg and head coach Jerry Herron, who's in his 15th year here, are trying to find who are going to be their playmakers. They lost so many, losing 21 seniors. You've got to start finding who those next playmakers are, and that's probably one right there.
Just tuned in on the radio, LCA on the road at Williamsburg, leading 24-0, 10 minutes and 10 seconds left till halftime. Bowen looking to pass, goes deep down the middle of the field, but pass is incomplete. Mason Moore comes up, puts a big-time hit there. Mason Moore.
I think Mason Moore almost got a close to a pick there. He kind of jumped the route over top of the receiver, and Mason was the leading defensive back in interceptions last year for the Eagles, and has yet to get one this year, and I'm sure he's chomping at the bit. Almost had his first.
Yeah, he had 5 interceptions last year, and he definitely is very cerebral on the field. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 1 for the Yellow Jackets of Williamsburg. Clock stops at 10:01 on that incomplete pass. Bowen rolling out to his left, looking to pass, but LCA, he's going to be tackled for a loss. Great job there, pressure by the Eagles. Come in there, Chance McGahee, Matty LeBrick, Tyler Morris, a lot of Eagles, and man, they bring the heat this year, and that's going to 3rd and 1. There's going to be a loss on that. It's going to make it 4th and 8 for Williamsburg, and so they're going to bring on the special teams. So LCA defense, Williamsburg got a little bit of roll, got a few first downs last possession, but LCA defense this time, Terry said, no, 3 and out.
Maybe just able to stop it this time, and Coach Charles was talking about the numbers, and that's great, but they're also talented. It's not just depth as far as numbers. There's talent in the 2nd and 3rd strings, and that's when you can really build a program that lasts for a good number of years and has a good run.
Line drive kick and takes another great Williamsburg roll. It's going to roll all the way down to 30, hit about the 42-yard line, takes a 12-yard roll.
I think it's time to start giving credit to the punter. 3 straight times of great Williamsburg rolls. I think you got to give credit to the punter that the spin he's putting off the side of his foot is doing what you want punters to do. And so kudos to him because he's had 3 really good punts.
Yeah, he's definitely been a good weapon for Williamsburg as they've struggled a little bit tonight. LCA leading 24-0. Want to thank Asbury University again for being a sponsor of LCA football. They'll be sponsoring a halftime show. We'll have the statistics for you at halftime. Aaron Bivens, we seem to have a good internet connection, so should have those for you. But LCA ready to roll again. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. 9 minutes left till halftime. Nevis takes a snap, hands it off. I believe that's Thomas White, and he is hit immediately. And Not going to be much of a gain there. Nice job by Chris Howard, the junior for the Yellow Jackets. Comes up, puts a hit on him. The 31, so be a gain of 1. Make it 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. And Thomas White, one of those 7 seniors. Not a lot of seniors on this team, but 7 outstanding young men.
Yeah, they're outstanding young men, and they're outstanding contributors. And Thomas and I have a great relationship. I love joking with him in the halls. It's good to see him get some touches, and another one of those unsung heroes, but a great leader for the senior class.
Nevis tells Will Vernon to come in motion with him. They got a little option action going here, but Nevis is going to keep it on the quarterback keeper. He's going to have the first down and more. He breaks some tackles. He's around the corner. He's at the 40. He's going to be tackled inside about the 36-yard line, but Drew Nevis showing not only can he obviously pass the ball, completing 63% of his 54 pass attempts, but, man, just like his brother Logan, he can run that thing, Terry.
Yeah, he can, and showed it right there. He had the option with Will Vernon, but kept it and made the right decision.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 37-yard line of Williamsburg. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left till halftime. LCA trying to add on the road at Williamsburg to their 24-0 lead. Nevis in pistol formation hands it off. This time it's to Parker Cheney on the end around. He's going to get up to about the 29-yard line before he is wrapped up by a couple of the Yellow Jackets. So we actually right at the 30-yard line. It's going to make it about 2nd down and 2 for LCA. This no-huddle offense, which LCA's been running the last several years, keeps the pressure on the defense, and definitely see that in the 4th quarter where the fatigue sets in from the defense when they don't get to get a break in between plays. Nevis takes the snap, hands it off to Tyler Moore. He's trying to go around the right side. He's got a nice hole. He's at the 25, 20, 10. We see a flag come down. He's going to go in for a touchdown, but fortunately, Terry, I think that one might get called back.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a hold down the field. I'm trying to see. I'm not sure who it's on, but it looked like we had a lineman downfield trying to create that space. And illegal use of the hands, this looks like what it's going to be, and it's going to come back on a nice gain by Tyler Morris. I was just about to say, with Parker Cheney carrying the ball and, Thomas White and some different guys, I think with the 2 really close contests that the Eagles have had the first 2 weeks, if this lead kind of holds up through the night, you're going to see Coach Charles and the staff try to work some other guys in, because there's other weapons that LCA has. They haven't really gotten haven't had a chance to really give them touches and experience, because the games have been so close, and you'd like to have Xavier Brown and Will Vernon get a blow every now and again and not have to play every single down like they have been on both sides of the ball.
No doubt about that, especially with a short week. Thursday night game coming up against Dunbar, so be good to get some of those guys a little bit of rest, possibly maybe in the second half, but a lot of football still left. Fakes the handoff to Xavier Brown. Davis passes complete to Chance McGahee. He's going to be down to about the 13-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st down for LCA. And once again, a different person getting a touch, reception, and Chance.
Well, and it's so good to see Chance back out here. A couple years ago when he had the fractured leg and missed the season, then he didn't play football, and to see him back, because he just loves the game, and he's such an asset. He's a terrific athlete.
That'll make it 1st and 10 for the Eagles from 12-yard line. They give a handout this time to Selby. He cuts back the middle there. He's going to be fighting. He keeps turning those big legs. He's going to be close to a 1st down. See where he's brought down at. But
yeah, Selby is definitely a guy that you look to run between the tackles, because he's a man. I mean, his body, he's thick, he's strong, and he keeps those legs moving. And you saw there, he's just hard to bring down.
All right, his knee hit a couple yards before there where they thought they were going to spot it, so that's going to make it 2nd down and 2 from the 4-yard line. Nevis getting the call. Oakley Watkins, offensive coordinator, Evan Wright up here in the press box calling plays down. They do a great job with this offense. So Xavier Brown moves to the right. Selby's right to Nevis, but they hand it off to Xavier Brown. He runs right up the back of that O-line. He should be in for the touch. Did they signal the touchdown?
Hey,
Nevis gives up the little to Xavier Brown into the end zone.
I think it was a touchdown.
Yeah,
Nobody marked it. Or nobody signaled it. It was a touchdown, so be setting up for an extra point, so that's a Xavier Brown touchdown.
Touchdown for Xavier Brown. He was running
and
right
I think
up.
the Lexington TV stations have coined the phrase, "What can Brown do for you?" So I assume we're expected to use that phrase, I guess.
Absolutely.
as well.
UPS sponsors our offensive and defensive players of the game, and Brown is going to be definitely a candidate for the offense.
Xavier Brown scoring touchdowns, and I'll tell you, I've said it before, but he's a great football player, but he's an even better kid, and that's the people that, I'm just so proud of our staff. I've been one to say that you can win a lot of games and have an unsuccessful season, and you can lose a lot of games and have a successful season, because it's in high school football, it's about more than just what scores on the scoreboard. I'm so proud of them for winning and all that, but we've got so many great kids that I'm just really proud of them, and Xavier's one of them.
Well, I'll tell you, Nathan Boggs, the senior, Xavier Brown ran right behind him, and Nathan Boggs just cleared out plenty of space and just said, "Follow me, Xavier," and he did, and went in untouched there for that touchdown. So one of those 7 seniors there that we talked about don't have a lot of quantity, but the quality is outstanding with those
guys. And we'll get to celebrate them on October 9th, God willing. COVID notwithstanding. You mentioned the Dunbar game next Thursday night. For those who are listening and watching that want to ask me the question of, is that game going to get played in Red County and Orange County? The answer is we don't know. The answer is I believe Fayette County's board is getting together Monday. And as I've said through this whole thing to everybody who's asked me every question, you wake up each morning, you see what the day brings, and then you figure it out from there. And so that's what we'll do. But as of right now, we're playing at Dunbar on Thursday night.
Well, we hope that will happen. Henry Clay High School getting their first game of the year tonight. They host Pikeville, so we're thankful that we can play our third game.
Coach Charles' alma mater, the Pikeville Panthers.
That's right. Kick. It's going to be hit on the bounce. It's fielded about the 10-yard line. Tries to cut back on the left side. Is trying to get around that corner there. Colin Powers for Williamsburg, but good recovery there by the LCA defense. Terrarina in on that tackle. Also had a little bit of help from Johnny Bruce Drake.
Bruce Drake with that tackle. And Matty LeBrick. And a great job, because a lot of times on special teams, when they cut it and reverse it back, there's an over pursuit to the side they've been running to, and they can gash you. Everybody kept their lanes and was able to contain that and keep it at the 20 or 19.
Just tuned in. Listen on radio, LCA on the road at Williamsburg, leading 31-0. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left till halftime. Bowen, the quarterback, pistol formation. He's looking to pass. He's getting some pressure, but he's trying to go deep down the left sideline, but trying to hit Thomas, but running Shrive him was Parker Cheney, and the pass is incomplete, so to make it 2nd down and 10 for Williamsburg. But, man, Bowen, just a sophomore. Terry showing he's got a good arm.
He's got an arm. I mean, that was a long throw, and I think as he gets a little bit more experience and gets more comfortable in the pocket, he'll see that throw. You'll see it have a little more air under it. Give your playmaker a chance to run under it and let them adjust to it. When you throw it with that little air, it's harder for them to adjust.
Stops the clock at 5:41 left till halftime. 2nd down and 10 from Williamsburg from their own 19-yard line. Bowen's got 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's trying to pass again, this time deep down the middle as wide receiver Rainwater got behind the LCA secondary, but fortunately for the Eagles, just overthrew Rainwater just by a little bit, so pass is incomplete, but he had him.
I mean, he had a couple steps. McGahee was in coverage there, but he had a couple of steps, and again, not a little more air. And Rainwater has a chance. I think it was Rainwater, correct?
Rainwater.
Jaden Rainwater would have a chance to adjust to that. But you can tell Bowen really can throw the ball, and as soon as he keeps getting more experience, I think he'll probably be a really nice quarterback for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, just a sophomore. His future is definitely bright. Rainwater, the intended receiver, is a junior. So 3rd down and 10. See what Williamsburg do. They're looking to pass. Good pressure there. Looks like he gets out of this, almost sacked there, and throws it deep down the field, trying to hit Rainwater again, but not able to connect, but did a great job there as LCA brought the heat, and looked like Bowen was going to get sacked, but he was able to elude that, and
looked like the high school version of Russell Wilson right there, you know. He kind of has that look with the sleeve and all that, but really did a great job to get out of the grasp. Great pursuit by the Eagles, but a better job by Bowen at getting out of it, and had the receiver. Again, just missed him.
LCA is going to have Xavier Brown and Will Vernon back for the punt. Burning about the 45-yard line, but LCA coaches
LCA
said they had 12.
Almost had 12 there, I guess.
Another nice punt. Vernon finally gets a chance to field one, and he's going to field it right at his 5th. So LCA is going to have outstanding field position, and LCA's offense has had a really productive night. And the best thing I think has been about it, Terry, a lot of different Eagles have got to participate and just showing a lot of that talent on this LCA team.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the things, takeaways from the first half, but I think it's also very important in games like this that you don't, it's not just about this game, it's about how you progress, how you execute, and keeping kids from getting their focus on what they're meaning, what they needed to play. Girls golf team going into last week was ranked #1 in the state. So Coach Langford and Coach Geldof, good luck to them early next week, and to our golf teams.
Lots of sports going on at LCA and lots of great coaches with all these wonderful student athletes. LCA on the road at Williamsburg, leading 38-0. Thanks for joining us on the radio, WJMM.com, 99.1 FM, and on PrepSpin.com or Lexington Christian Academy Athletics Facebook page. But Thomas tried to catch it right at the goal line, and it went through his hands. But Andrew Dobbs showing that tremendous leg that the junior has. And
I want to make sure and let everybody know before Coach Willoughby gets on me, volleyball plays at home against Madison Southern Monday night. So at Kirby, if you're watching, I want to make sure I get everybody in there. So it's just thrilling to have all of our fall sports going, and just excited to see the kids getting to do their thing.
Absolutely. Clock moving, 3:03 left till halftime. Bowen, the quarterback, sophomore quarterback's in pistol formation at his own 14-yard line. He takes the snap, he hands it off up the middle, and nice run there for he is brought down Carry there by Matthew Gilly, the junior, his second handoff of the night. And he got a nice little gainer there, about 6 yards. So it's going to make it 2nd down and 4 for the Yellow Jackets of Williamsburg up to their own 27-yard line.
Well, and I think you're going to see LCA give them that right now with only 2.5 minutes left before the half. Just not wanting to give up one of those big gash plays right now and let them have a gash score here late in the half.
Bowen pistol formation. Hands it off again to Gilly. He breaks one tackle, but Matty LeBrick comes up and wraps him up. Should be a tackle for a loss there. We've seen Matty LeBrick do that a lot the past 3 years.
His upper body strength, I don't know where he gets it because it's not his dad Joe. I'm just saying that because Joe's standing here. But no, Matty has got a tremendous amount of upper body strength and really has hit the weights hard these last 2 years and transformed his body. He gets you in his clutches, you're not getting out of it very easily.
Well, that's one of the things that's been so impressive is the weight program, the workout program that LCA does. They obviously want to work on speed, but a lot of those guys getting stronger, and a lot of guys added weight like Matty from 185 to 210 pounds. So you've seen it there on that play. Bowen, pass is complete to Thomas on a nice slant there, and he gets first down.
Saving tackle there by Evan Brown. Nicely done by that young man. Yes, he gave up the play on the inside seam, but that was a tough to defend. But Evan, the younger brother of Xavier Brown, Evan saved that touchdown and kept it from even getting to midfield. There's a minute 12 left, so good play, good recovery by Evan Brown.
Yeah, he's a sophomore, and he did look good on that play. A great catch by Thomas, a great pass by Bowen. So 1st and 10 for Williamsburg from their own 41-yard line, trying to pass it down the left sideline. Let his receiver a little bit too much, almost intercepted. There, I believe, is it Mason?
Yeah, Mason. Well, that's twice he's almost had his first of the year, and you can tell he's very frustrated. He stayed face down on the field for a couple seconds there. But I didn't think he'd be able to get to it, but he got it on his fingertips.
Clock moving, 34 seconds.
It's a running clock right now, yes.
Right, because of the lead deficit, so yes,
it does not stop on the incomplete pass.
So Bowen, quarterback, looking to pass. Chance McGay, he's got him wrapped up. I'm sorry, Elijah Hammond. I apologize. Elijah Hammond, and he brings down Bowen for a loss. So Elijah Hammond, also an outstanding defensive player on top of being a good wide out. So that's going to be – they are going to have a timeout to stop the clock here by the official, but now he starts it back up. I think it was trying to get the shoulder pad fixed, but that is going to be the last play of the first half. So we're going to be back with the halftime program brought to you by Asbury University, but we're going to send it back to the station in Ron White for a break. And your halftime score, the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles on the road at Williamsburg. The Eagles of LCA leading 38-0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM WJMM.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally. We are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally. We are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Academy High School football. We're at Williamsburg, Kentucky tonight. LCA leading 38-0, and the Eagles coming off two big, tough road wins. One at Louisville DeSales, 24-20 on the first week, and then last week at Lexington Catholic, 23-20. But tonight, LCA got off to a great start, and I want to thank you for joining us for the halftime report brought to you by Asbury University. Check out all they have to offer, both for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out online at asbury.edu. That's asbury.edu. But we'll start off looking at some of the scores here, the way it happened. LCA got on the board first. Andrew Dobbs with a 33-yard field goal made it 3-0. And that was 9:55 left in the opening quarter on the opening drive. Then LCA got their first touchdown of the night as Tyler Morris on an end-around run took it 58 yards to the house for a run, made it 10-0 LCA. Extra point by Andrew Dobbs was good, made it 10-0 Eagles. Then with 6:22 left in the first quarter, Drew Nevis completed a 13-yard touchdown pass to Elijah Hammond. The extra point kick by Andrew Dobbs was good, and it was 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. LCA off to a great start. Then in the second quarter, with 10:55 left, Drew Nevis completed a pass to Xavier Brown, and then Xavier Brown took it about 60 yards after the catch for an 86-yard touchdown pass that made it 24-0 Eagles. And then with 5:58 left in the halftime, Xavier Brown scored one on the ground as he ran up right behind his big senior lineman Nathan Boggs and 4-yard touchdown run, and the extra point by Andrew Dobbs made it 31-0 to Eagles. And then with 3:55 left in the first half, Drew Nevis completed another touchdown pass to Will Vernon for 8 yards. An extra point was good by Andrew Dobbs. That made it 38-0, and the Eagles just having a phenomenal first half. Offensively, no surprise, LCA dominating the statistics. 392 yards of offense. Williamsburg only 50. Amazing part for LCA, they did that on only 25 offensive plays. Williamsburg had 30. LCA averaged 16 yards per play. Williamsburg 2 yards. Let's look at some of the individual statistics. Drew Nevis 8 for 11 for 223 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just having a phenomenal first half. And the junior just gets better each game out. Rushing wise, Tyler Morris 2 carries for 62 yards, 31 yards average, 1 touchdown. Drew Nevis 2 runs for 45 yards. Jeffrey Selby 4 carries for 29 yards. Mason Moore 1 for 10. Xavier Brown 2 for 9. Parker Cheney had 1 carry for 7 yards. Will Vernon 1 for 6 yards, and Thomas White had 1 carry for 1 yard. On the receiving end, Xavier Brown had 2 catches for 114 yards and a touchdown. Will Vernon 2 receptions for 41 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Hammond 2 receptions for 38 yards and 1 touchdown. Chance McGahee 1 reception for 23 yards. Jeffrey Selby 1 for 7 yards. So the Eagles spreading it out, just lots and lots of people around touching the ball, and that's one of the things that Coach Doug Charles wanted to do going into this game, and I would say, Terry, that mission was accomplished.
Yeah, it was, and I think the execution's been very good. They've been able to keep their focus there in the first half. We'll be running clock here in the second half, and so the second half will be very short time-wise. But I think you're going to see a lot of people get in, a lot of people get opportunities. Maybe some freshmen get a taste of what the speed at the varsity level is like, because they are very talented, but they haven't played at this speed yet. A lot of them haven't. And so there's a lot of things to work on, a lot of things to look at. I think you also have to understand that Williamsburg's not going to abandon their playbook. It's not about this game for everybody. It's only the 3rd game of the season for LCA, 2nd for Williamsburg. So there's a lot to build on for the season for both sides, and you're going to see them take the shots, Williamsburg, and I think LCA is going to have to see what they can do in the secondary. Here's where you may find some guys that you didn't know could do some different things, because we've been in 2 very high leverage games in the first part of the year, but so far it's kind of hard for me to find anything to gripe about in a 38-0 lead at halftime, but I'm sure Coach Charles has found something.
Let's look at the defensive side of the ball. Matty LeBrick, no surprise there, leading the Eagles in tackles. He's got 7 at halftime. Jeffrey Selby second with 3 tackles. Mason Moore had 2. Tyler Morris had 2. Tyler Morris had a sack and a tackle for a loss. They're both his tackles. Gabe Byrne had 2. Elijah Hammond 2. Parker Cheney 1. Xavier Brown 1, Chance McGahee, Anthony Johns, Evan Brown, Thomas White, Will Vernon, Dorian Riddick, and Josh Teorina all with 1. And so defensive side of the ball, we've talked about first 2 weeks. Did a great job. 2 really big-time offensive teams holding them to 20 points. Pitching a shutout tonight, Terry. So defense, if you're Marty Moore and Joe LeBrick, the co-defensive coordinators, you got to be pretty happy at halftime.
You do. And again, and I jokingly said Coach Charles will find something to gripe about. I'm not joking. He will. It's not griping, but it is things to work on. There's always something to coach up, and you've always got to keep that, and especially at this age. But it also is kind of nice for this team after the first 2 weeks of being 2 grinded out, really tough battles against 2 very good teams to come down here against a young but good Williamsburg team. We expect, and I think the polls will show, Williamsburg is expected to compete at the single A level on the statewide level by the end of the season. It's good to come down here and be able to have a half like that, where you get a little bit of breathing room, and there's not pressure on every single play. There's always, it's nice breather, but hopefully during the second half you come out injury-free on both sides, obviously. But in a COVID season, the exciting thing is you got another game in.
Absolutely.
Because with orange counties, red counties, and yellow counties, and all the other things going on, just getting games in. I've been trying to say all fall to all of our teams, all of our coaches, all of our parents, our job is not to start a season. Our job is to finish a season, right? Yes. Anybody can start it. And so we're one step closer to finishing the season. So that's another thing, and just having Friday night lights. And so we'll see what the second half has to offer.
Well, we're going to take our final breaks and then back to the station, but I want to thank Rob White for being our producer. I want to thank Asbury University for being our sponsor of the Halftime Report. Check out all they have to offer, both for traditional students and non-traditional students. If you want to kind of explore what it'd be like, take a virtual tour, check them out online at asbury.edu/explore. That's asbury.edu/explore. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with your second half action. For Terry Johnson, I'm Greg Horn. We're going to take a break. Your halftime score, Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg. The Eagles of LCA leading the Yellow Jackets of Williamsburg 38-0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School Football on Life 99.1 FM, WJMM.com.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Protect your house. IPM Pest and Termite, your neighborhood pest professional.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally, we are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Welcome back to Williamsburg, Kentucky. I'm Greg Horn alongside Terry Johnson. And excuse me, the Eagles.
You want me to take over? The Eagles are about to start the third quarter here, up 38-0 with 2 minutes left here in halftime. As my partner Greg Horn gets a little popcorn kernel out of his throat and downs a little water. You okay there, pal?
I'm good, man.
All right.
Thank you,
I don't want to have to call get those paramedics over here over on the end zone to come out and do something here. But no, just getting ready to start the second half and see what it has to offer for us.
Well, the Eagles off to a great start, 38-0 at halftime here against Williamsburg. LCA, 2 tough road wins. Third one again. Hopefully Thursday night we'll play at Dunbar, but that will remain to be seen, as Terry Johnson was sharing with us earlier, the Fayette County Schools.
And if you wouldn't mind me taking a moment, just a second, we're close. We'll be putting out our expected first home game will be senior night, October 9th. The very first home game will be senior night, and right now we've been working on plans behind the scenes, but just today we're able to approve, and we will be able to allow 3 tickets per student athlete, per coach, per dance team member, and per cheerleader. So our dance team and cheerleaders will be there. Each of those student athletes will get 3 tickets apiece. We are also going to be having 2 for visitors, just like we've been treated at at all of our visiting games, on our traveling games. And then we are also working on a way. We're finalizing the plans, but we do feel like you're the first to hear this, Greg, and announcing this. But we are working on a way to get students into the game in a unique and different way, socially distanced. Everybody has to wear masks. I think everybody understands that by now. But we are working on a way to make sure we can get a significant number of students within protocols. So you'll be hearing more about that early next week. But we're really trying hard to make this a season that is different, but maybe something that we can make as normal as possible. And so, but that's our plan at the moment.
Well, that would be awesome to hear, because
unless we go to pink or green or whatever, some other color, but I'm obviously just joking. But at the moment, that's our plans.
All right. Well, we are about ready to start the second half action. You just tuned in on the radio. We're glad to have 3 opportunities to participate in this game tonight.
And I want to also give a shout out to we'll have LCA football will be highlighted and featured on the Scholastic Ball Report Sunday with Gary Ball on the CW on Sunday, I believe. He's going to have a few of the seniors there. I think Maddie LeBrick and Will, and there's another young man. I'm not sure who's going to be there, but at any rate, they're going to be, and Coach Charles will be on the Scholastic Ball Report with Gary Ball this Sunday, so everybody tune in, set your DVRs, all that, and see that on Sunday.
All right, we're ready for second half action. Glad you've joined us on PrepSpin.com, WJMM 99.1 FM, and on the Lexington Christian Academy Athletics Facebook page. But we're ready for action. Thomas has got it for Williamsburg. He's trying to get around the corner. He gets up to about the 25, 30. He's cut back 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. Finally brought down by Johnny Bruce Drake at the 45-yard line. But Thomas with an outstanding kickoff return. The senior, their leading receiver, also does a great job on special teams. And, man, for Williamsburg, they needed something good and positive to start the second half, Terry.
And we talked about it at halftime. They're not giving up. This is a winning program. This is a championship-level program. They're not going to give up. They're going to keep plugging away, and LCA is going to have to keep playing hard.
1st and 10 for Williamsburg from the LCA 45-yard line. Sophomore quarterback Sidney Bowen in the pistol formation. Passes out of the backfield, trying to hit Bronson Bates. I believe it's going to be a fumble, but Bates picks it back up, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Not going to be any gain on that. I believe that's Selby that got the tackle there.
Yeah, it was that was a dangerous play for Williamsburg. Obviously, that was a live ball on the lateral going through his hands, but they lost about 10 yards, and that's not what you want after a very successful opening kickoff return. But good for the Eagles, but I think you might have been hearing in the background a couple of our coaches were a little bit displeased about a coverage there.
All right, so 2nd down and 20 for the Yellow Jackets at Williamsburg. Their first offensive possession here of the second half. Clock moving, 10-10. We'll have a running clock with a score deficit, but Bowen passes, trying to hit Rainwater, but over his head just a little bit. It's going to be incomplete, so it's going to make it 3rd down and 20 for Williamsburg.
You can see that their design and their plays are there. They've been there, and they just have to execute, and that's, I think, that's what's really held Williamsburg back from getting a couple scores here.
We've got Tyler Morris there on that front line, Johnny Bruce Drake, Gabe Byrne, Nathan Boggs. So see if they can bring the heat on this 3rd down and 20. Get a sack. I think Hurry McGahee had air control there from being our sponsor there. Now pass over the middle, incomplete. Home crowd obviously wanting the flag, but Mason Moore with good coverage there. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to make it 4th and 20, and looks like special teams will be coming on for Williamsburg.
Yeah, that negative play, you just, especially with the score the way it is, you just can't have those kinds of plays and expect to convert. Your margin for error is too small. But good job by the defense, and going to get the ball back for the first time here in the second half.
Thomas does it all for Williamsburg. Not only outstanding wide receiver, he also does the punting. And, oh, goodness, didn't think he was going to get that one off, but he does. And good job by him. It's going to go out of bounds at the 22-yard line of LCA. So it's got that punt blocked there. Great pressure by LCA, but the Eagles offense will take over for the first time in the second half. It'll be at the their own 21-yard line.
Well, and I have to say, Gavin Thomas, as a punter and other things that he's done, is really doing a nice job punting the ball. He's doing, a little bit of everything for him. But boy, he put that out, and it's at the 22. A good drive start from a Williamsburg perspective, pushing the Eagles back deep in their territory.
Xavier Brown goes in motion. Davis has got the snap. He's looking downfield. He's trying to hit Will Vernon down the left sideline, but pass is going to be incomplete, so we're going to make it 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Clock moving, so not incomplete pass. If you're listening on radio and wondering what's going on, well, the LCA 38-0. Clock will continue to move. 7:22 left in the 3rd quarter. Eagles leading 38-0 at Williamsburg. LCA looking to go to 3-0. Williamsburg, just one game so far. They lost last week at Somerset. Davis fakes the handoff, passes over the middle, but pass incomplete to Mason Moore. And one of the things that Coach Doug Charles told me when they were practicing, getting ready for the season, one of the things, if a person dropped a pass that was catchable pass, not something that's not, they had to do 20 push-ups, Terry, so that'll make you focus a little bit when you're trying to receive.
It would make me focus a little bit, I know that.
3rd down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 21-yard line. 6:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Davis has got Xavier Brown one-on-one. See if he tries to hit him. He rolls out to his right, getting a little bit of pressure for Williamsburg. It's over the middle. Pass is complete. I believe that's Elijah Hammond. See if he gets up here. Yep, that's Elijah Hammond with another outstanding catch. He had 2 in the first half. He's got another one tonight, and that's going to be a 1st down for LCA. And Drew Neve has shown what makes him such a talented quarterback. Not only obviously just a great arm, but he also, with his legs, was able to buy some time there to find an open wide receiver as Williamsburg put some pressure on him, and he had to run out of the pocket. But not only a great passer, but also very nimble on his feet. Davis gets it. He rolls out to his left. Tries to pass outside. Pass is complete. It'll be close to another 1st down. Will Vernon there with a nice catch. And senior getting some good touches tonight on offense. As you said earlier, Terry, this guy's playing a lot of minutes both ways, both defensively and offensively.
Yeah, he really is, and it's good to see Will get some positive touches and not just behind-the-scenes work coverage, but he's really gotten on track this evening.
It's going to make it 2nd down and 1 for LCA from the 46-yard line of Williamsburg. Nevis gets a snap, hands it off to Selby. He's got a big hole. He's over the 45. He's at the 40, 35, 30. Right down finally about the 28-yard line. Gets his feet knocked out from under him. But Jeff Selby with an outstanding run. Going to bring it all the way down to the 27-yard line of Williamsburg. And he's a load to bring down, Terry.
He is a load to bring down. I'm trying to think of who the fullback. He reminds me of the old school fullbacks, but he's hard to bring down. But he does have some deceptive speed too.
Yes, he
does. He's just a good all-around athlete and an extremely bright kid. A heck of a student.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of Williamsburg. LCA their first possession of the second half offensively. Nevis going deep down the right sideline to Xavier Brown, but not able to connect with him. Good coverage there by Williamsburg as running stride for stride with him was Colin Powers, the junior, so that'll make it second down and 10 for LCA. Running clock here with LCA leading 38-0 at Williamsburg. Nevis pistol formation again. He's got Xavier Brown and Selby to his right. Will Vernon comes in motion. Nevis takes a snap. Tried to set up a little screen pass to Elijah Hammond, but pass was a little high, and Hammonds couldn't hold on to it there, so make it 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles.
And I think that's what Coach Charles is probably going to focus on when he talks to the team in timeouts and communicating in the headsets is a little bit of loss of focus, right? That was a quick throw. It was a little high, but don't let these opportunities. This is still something where you're building for the season. Don't let these opportunities go to waste. These are important reps.
Nevis pistol formation. He's got Selby to his left and Xavier Brown next to him. Brown goes in motion to the left side. Looks to him on the sideline. Then Nevis over the middle. Pass is, I believe, complete to Willie Vernon again. And Vernon's going to have enough for another Eagles first down. So
yeah, they were playing a soft zone there, and Nevis found Will just settled down into the right spot where you want. Didn't try to do too much, just let himself be available, and Drew had time to find him and got the first down.
1st and 10 from, looks like about the 18-yard line of Williamsburg. Clock moving 2:52. Williamsburg trailing the Eagles 38-0. LCA is this first offensive possession of the second half. Tyler Morris fakes handoff to him, hands it off to Parker Cheney. He bounced through a couple holes. He's going to take this one into the house. Touchdown, Parker Cheney, 15-yard run for the freshman. So what a thrill that's got to be for the freshman Parker Cheney to get his first varsity high school touchdown.
Yeah, that's got to be a real exciting for him and his family. And you can see how much the team's celebrating, because when a freshman gets that first taste of that kind of success at the next the next level for him, it's really an exciting time and good for Parker Cheney. I think it's the first of many to come.
It makes it 44-0. LCA leading Williamsburg. Andrew Dobbs on for another extra point. Mason Moore will be the holder. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it is good. So that's going to make it 45-0 LCA.
And you can see with the running clock, we're already at a minute 45 left in the third quarter, so this second half will go by quickly. But it's good to see LCA have a fairly sustained drive. A little bit shaky here and there, but nevertheless, again, put points on the board, and that's what you want. And I have a feeling you're going to start seeing some numbers, some of the younger players getting their opportunity starting now, would be my guess.
I want to thank Van Meter Insurance for being a sponsor of LCA football. They are sponsoring the podcast. If you want to listen to the game on Monday, it'll be available at WJMM.com for any personal insurance needs, or if you're a small business owner, contact AJ Boss or Griffin Klein at Van Meter Insurance, located just down the street from LCA on Wellington Way. Give AJ Boss or Griffin Klein a call at 263-2771. That's 263-2771, Van Meter Insurance.
Well, and I also want to say thank you to a couple of sponsors for LCA and these broadcasts, and that's Bluegrass Orthopedics, Andrew Carlson, Cam Deckett, our the key folks with Bluegrass Orthopedics that we work with most of the time on a daily basis, but also all the people, Dr. Donegan, Chesley Bloyd, and the folks at Bluegrass Orthopedics are wonderful supporters of ours in these broadcasts, and also IBM Pest Management, Control Matt and Kadena Schaefer. They have been supportive here the last couple of years, and we'll just give a shout out to them and thank them for their support.
This will be the last play of the third quarter. We'll be sending back to our station for a 1-minute break. Kick is up. Dobbs, a lot of good leg. This one's going to go deep into the end zone. My goodness, what a powerful leg. But that's going to end your third quarter. So we're going to send it back to the station for a 1-minute break. Your score at the end of 3. Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg. The Eagles of LCA lead 45-0. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM WJMM.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally, we are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Welcome back to Williamsburg, Kentucky. Greg Horn and Terry Johnson with you here. Lexington Christian Academy on the road at Williamsburg. The Eagles having a great night, 45-0, but this time they run it. Williamsburg does. Gilly gets it, and he gets up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
I think that was McGahee and also Carter Gillespie, maybe. I believe number 72 there.
Yep, Carter Gillespie in there, the sophomore, getting some nice runs. So,
yeah, he messed me up in the sales game. Carter and Anthony John switched numbers, so I was all mixed up. I gave him a hard time in the hallway. We had a good laugh over that, but
that's exactly
that
right.
was Carter.
Yep, I fell for that same mistake of the first game, but part of the fun of high school, they change it up sometimes. Wow. Intended for Thomas, but couldn't hold it. But, man, Bolden's just a sophomore, but, man, what a cannon of an arm.
We have a late flag thrown into the defensive secondary. But, yeah, it was a hot pass through the receiver's hands. Evan Brown just couldn't quite make the reaction time, almost had his first pick. But we'll see what happens here. Personal foul against LCA. I didn't see the play, but I'm sure that's one we'll find out about after the game.
That'll give Williamsburg a first down. It's going to move it all the way down to their 44-yard line. So Williamsburg, their second offensive possession of the night, just really struggled to try to get this thing going tonight.
Looks like the
LCA defense had a lot to do with that.
Looks like they may have had an unnecessary roughness call, maybe.
Yeah, I saw the replay there from Joe LeBrick. A little questionable, but it's okay. Back to action here now. Bowen, he hands it off to Gilly. He runs up the right side there, but pushing hard. But LCA doing a good job. I believe that's in the game now. The first time, the 32 getting some run. Will Bibbins, the freshman, getting his first tackle in varsity action.
We've got a lot of youngsters out there. We've got Will Nichols out there. We've got, I'm trying to get Evan Brown's been out there. You mentioned Will Bivens.
Major Brown, 19's out there.
Try to get as many names in as possible.
Passes complete there. Nice pass again by Bivens to Javon Powell. He's a freshman for Williamsburg. Nice catch. That's going to be a first down for Williamsburg at the 41-yard line of LCA.
We got Brad Quinneman is in there on the line as well.
Yep.
Looks like Landon Starnes, another freshman on the line.
.851 left in the game. Williamsburg trailing LCA 45-0. Gilly gets it. He cuts back. Nice cut back. Gets up to about the 37-yard line. Was almost tackled for a loss, but coming off of the bottom of that pile, number 65, Wiles Johnson, the junior, with the tackle.
So getting, like I said, getting a lot of meaningful experience for a lot of these kids. So it's good to see. Will Rich at the defensive end position as well.
Bowden takes a snap, passes out left side, it's complete to Thomas. He's trying to get to that left side and see what he can make happen, but LCA, he makes some more tackles. Wow. Thomas, senior, showing why he's their leading receiver. Now a late flag comes down at the end of that one.
We'll have Thomas.
See what this is going to be.
Wait. They're moving it back.
Looks like this may be against Williamsburg. It looks like, I don't know. Officials are talking it over. We'll see what Whitecap has to say here in a second. Looks like a dead ball.
Foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. Charge against the defense.
That's an unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense. We'll have to find about that. That Coach Charles will definitely not be happy about that one. But they'll mark it off. This will bring it down half the distance, I believe.
And that's going to be deep into LCA territory.
It's not that we're just going silent on you. We're trying to figure out what's going on because they haven't moved the ball. It doesn't appear. I don't know if now the Whitecap and the referee have talked again. It looks like we're getting another signal. Oh, it was apparently against Williamsburg, not against LCA. So now they're moving the ball back. So unsportsmanlike conduct against Williamsburg. So it looked like just a mix-up in communication between the side judge and the Whitecap official. Moves it back, looks like to the LCA 27-yard line. 1st and 10 now.
61, Nathan Quinneman in the game now. Bowden rolling out to his right. He's trying to get up the middle there. He breaks a couple tackles. He's trying to get that left sideline. Parker Cheney can't get to him. Chance McGahee, and looks like he's going to get in for the touchdown. So the Yellow Jackets get on the board as Bowden, the outstanding sophomore quarterback, gets a 27-yard touchdown run. And the young man, Bowen's been chased all night, so for him to get the taste of end zone's got to be a little bit of just a reward for what's been just a tough night for him.
And that was a heck of a run, and I think there's where you see a lot of the young players for LCA getting a taste of what the speed is like at the varsity level, and they didn't do anything wrong. It's just that's what learning experiences are about. It's teachable.
Hatcher holds it down, kick is up, and it is good. Evan Steely, their senior place kicker. So Williamsburg gets on the board. The Yellow Jackets for the first time tonight. Makes your score 45-7. The Eagles leading. I want to thank Drake's for being a sponsor of LCA football. If you're looking for a great place to have lunch or dinner, locally owned, Drake's menu has something on the menu for everybody in the family, from burgers to sushi. Great atmosphere to dine in, but carry-out's also available. 3 locations: Taste Creek Road, Brandon Crossing, and their new location they opened last year in Hamburg. Also want to thank the Justice Realty Group with Rector Hayden. Richard and Laura Justice, along with Lisa Dickens, can help you with any real estate questions or needs you have. You're getting a team of 3 experienced real estate professionals with the Justice Realty Group with Rector Hayden. To find out more information about them, check them out online at thejusticegroup.rhr.com. That's thejusticegroup.rhr.com.
Score from Lexington football: Bryan Station defeats Lafayette 41-0. That is not a score you see very often, but great job. The new coach over at Bryan Station, Coach Charles and I were talking about, he's got a history of reclamation projects and has really got the Bryan Station playing really well. I'll look for some others. It looks like Pikeville's up 39-28 at the end of the third quarter on Henry Clay. LCA's opponent in the last game of the year, Henry Clay.
Parker and Cheney and Will Vernon back for the Eagles, and looks like Parker Cheney's going to field this one about his 5-yard line. He cuts up midfield. He's trying to get around the corner there. He's at the 25. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's at the 40. He's got one guy to beat the kicker, and he may get him, but somebody, I think Thomas is going to come. But nice job there by their kicker to help use that sideline, and finally gets Cheney out of bounds at the 12-yard line. But Parker Cheney's already got a touchdown tonight and almost took that one back to the house, almost 90 yards.
Really, really good run by Parker Cheney, and it shows his athleticism and his speed as he hit the corner and was able to make it past. Just a great job there by the freshman, and again, you're going to see a lot of Parker Cheney over the next 4 years. Going to see a lot of Parker Cheney, it looks like, the rest of the season.
There's no doubt. Like I said, with Frankie Knight's shoulder injury and being out for the year, a great opportunity for Parker Cheney, and he has taken advantage of that. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line.
Got a new quarterback in.
Yep, for the first time tonight, Will Nichols, the sophomore quarterback. Josh Terrarina's got the handoff on the run. He's trying to get around the corner there, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds, but he got a nice run there, about 7 or 8 yards. So good to see some of these young guys getting some good offensive action.
Yeah, you've got a couple of Evan Thompson in at wide receiver. They're out wide. You've got Haynes Lalonde in the slot, near side. You mentioned Josh there in the backfield.
Nichols and pistol formation.
Nathan Barnhart there on the far side.
Nichols looking to pass. Pass is he had it, but as Terrarina tried to run.
Tried to run before he caught it.
Yep, and then he dropped it. So, but good pass by Nichols.
Will Nichols also plays linebacker on defense. And you're going to see, I don't know, with the clock running, 1:20 left in the game.
Hayes Lalonde, the junior, in there. Actually pulled a flag, I think, unsportsmanlike.
I think it was an illegal shift is what I think. That it's very similar to the unsportsmanlike, but I think it was a shift violation there by LCA. 2nd and 8 now from the 18.
Nichols gets it on the handoff. I believe that's Terrarina. Yep, Terrarina this time up to about the 10-yard line where he's brought down, but clock under 1 minute and trying to get as much experience. Yellow Jackets getting in some substitutes for their guys here, but don't know. That was 4th down, so it's going to go over to the Yellow Jackets. We might get one more off, but I believe that's going to be it, Terry.
It looks like I think we might have a timeout here. I think LCA was not ready to with the defense. That's another thing. It's not just about the plays and the execution of the plays. It's about how you communicate on the field, get in and out of plays, get on and off the field. A lot of these kids haven't had that experience yet at this level. It's a very different than at the junior high level, and so all of this is learning experience for them.
No doubt about it. Well, we're going to, when this game's over here in just a little bit, going to send it back to the station for a couple-minute break, and then we'll have your LCA offensive and defensive players of the game brought to you by the UPS stores in Tates Creek Center, Zandale Shopping Center, Hamburg, and in Nicholasville, Kentucky. For all your shipping, packing, printing, and mailbox needs, go check out the UPS stores at Tates Creek Center, Zandale Shopping Center, Hamburg, and in Nicholasville. They've got the
looks like
first starters from offense still there.
Yeah, we haven't. It looks like Chase Couch is out there as well.
Bowen, the quarterback's got it. Good pressure there. LCA gets a pass. It's complete, but we tackled at the 20-yard line there. Josh Terrarina gets it, but it's
I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, bit pressure there. Number 65, Wiles Johnson on him, but that is going to be your ball game. So your final score here in Williamsburg, Kentucky tonight. LCA on the road with a big road win, 45-0 over the home team, the Yellow Jackets of Williamsburg. We're going to take a 2-minute break and we'll be back with a few final game stats and your UPS players of the game. You're listening to Lexington Christian Academy High School football on Life 99.1 FM WJMM.
Fans, be back here 2 weeks from tonight.
We are a team. We are a family. No, literally, we are a suburban family of football fans.
Pepsi, made for football. Watch it.
No, this ain't no sandwich. Because on a sandwich, they ask you if you want cheese. But on a papadilla, cheese is what's holding the whole operation together. Get one now for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Christian Academy High School football. I'm Greg Horn. Joined by Terry Johnson. The Eagles with a big road win tonight, 45-7 over the Yellow Jackets of Williamsburg. Halftime, the Eagles were up 38-0 and running clock on the second half, so not a lot of time. The Eagles got one more touchdown there. Parker Cheney had a 15-yard run, then Sidney Bowen, their outstanding sophomore quarterback for Williamsburg, finally got them on the board with 5:29 left in the game, but just a very convincing win for LCA. Total offense, the Eagles have 476 yards compared to 129 for Williamsburg, and Terry, just a very dominating effort tonight by LCA.
It was, and I want to reiterate, Williamsburg is a very proud program, a very successful program, and they will have better days than tonight. They just have a lot of youth. They lost a lot of seniors, but LCA did what they were supposed to do, and that is take advantage of that. And it's good to see after two so very close games and very tense games that we're able to come out on top and a win like this, and got a lot of valuable experience for a lot of the young guys.
Well, LCA got hopefully injury-free, so it was a great night. We always have a UPS player of the game, and UPS stores in Hamburg, Tates Creek, Zandale Shopping Center, Nicholasville, Kentucky, and so many. The great news is kind of hard choice tonight because so many guys touched the ball in LCA, which was one of the goals for Coach Doug Charles going into tonight's game. But we're going to go with Drew Nevis. He had 11 out of 18 for 267 yards and 3 touchdowns. Only his third game as a junior, as a starting quarterback, and he just gets better each game.
He does, and that's just I think it's just gonna progress. That confidence begets more confidence, and games like this, yes, it was a lopsided victory on the scoreboard, but it was about the execution. That's what Coach Charles and I were talking about in my office earlier today. It's about execution, and executing the plays is something they did very well tonight. I'm sure there's a lot of things to clean up, but time to head on, hopefully over a few miles away, and go to Dunbar on Thursday night.
Absolutely. Tyler Morris, good night rushing, 2 for 62. Jeffrey Shelby, 5 for 46 yards. Drew Nevis also on top of the passing, 2 carries for 45 yards. Xavier Brown, 2 receptions, 114 yards, another touchdown. Let's go to our defensive player of the game. I'll tell you, we could probably win it every night. Matty LeBrick led us in tackles again with 7. Jeffrey Shelby had 4. Good seeing some of those young guys. Josh Taylorina got in there with 4 tackles tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people you could go with, but and until somebody unseats him, you kind of got to go with Matty. I mean, it's becoming a broken record, but when you do it on the field, you do it on the field, and that's what Matty's doing, and that would be my vote.
Yep, Matty LeBrick, our UPS Stores Defensive Player of the Game. So that's going to be a wrap here from Williamsburg. Any closing thoughts, Terry, as the Eagles go to 3-0 on the year?
Just thankful that it appears from up here that we came out healthy, no injuries. I don't think on either side it looked like, and just hopeful and just prayerful for a safe trip back, and hopefully everybody stays safe and we can get over to Dunbar Thursday night and keep this season going.
Well, we want to thank Aaron Bibbins for doing the statistics tonight and helping us out. And
I also want to let everybody know we will not be doing the game on the streaming side against Dunbar on Thursday night. That is going to be an NFHS stream and an NFHS broadcast through Dunbar. So we are not going to be able to do that over there. But obviously WJMM, 99.1 Life FM will be, and I'm sure Dunbar will be putting out the address and everything, but it will be a subscription base, so you'll have to buy the game next week on Thursday.
All right, well, we'll hopefully be a part of it. We're allowed to get in, so we hope that'll happen. But for Terry Johnson, I'm Greg Horn. Thanks so much for being tonight. Watch the game either on prepspin.com or on Facebook, Lexington Christian Academy Athletics. I want to thank Ron White, our producer, back at the radio station at 99.1 FM, WJMM.com. We hope to see you next Thursday night at 7:30 at Dunbar. Your final score tonight, the Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy go to 3-0 with a very convincing 45-7 win at Williamsburg, Kentucky. For Terry Johnson, I'm Greg Horn. Good night.